Let me tell you about this young man, our guest speaker. He hails from Summersville, South Carolina. I fly out there and him and I go up and down the highway and burn out 2 sets of tires in 2 or 3 days, going from meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting. And he's still that same way, but now he does Zoom to Zoom to Zoom. I was on stage about 6 years ago, going on stage to do a talk. My phone rang and it was him calling me. He said, look, I had to go through 6 people to get your number. I want to get involved with ACN. I know your credibility in the old company, Excel. I want in. And I said, let me call you when I get off stage. Called him when I got off stage, signed him up, got him started. He's a regional director. His wife's a regional director. He's got several regional directors in his organization. He's soon to be a regional vice president. And I tell you what, he's got over 25 years plus experience in network marketing. And he's also a great leader, a great friend. And I tell you what, I was on the phone with his wife yesterday to help him with another person. He just brought another MLMer in, network marketing person that was in his downline before. And I'm expecting great things out of him. He probably will be our next regional vice president. But I'm so excited he's on our call today. Without further ado, the one and only, the great Mr. Curtis Evans.
Hello, everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good. Well, I'm glad to be on today. Hopefully we can get some information to you. And then hopefully it's information that you can use. I want to entitle everything I'll talk about is trying to get to RD. Everything in this business is getting to RD. But now we got this new position. They opened this new position up called Regional Coordinator, RC. So why don't we just do this? Why don't we get the road to RC? We get to RC and teach some other people how to get to RC. You are an RD, okay? And so it kind of breaks it down, breaks it down like a fraction so that we can, it just makes sense. And I'm gonna go through it psychologically. This business is an emotional business. It's all about your emotions, okay? And so many other speakers have talked about this. I'm gonna try not to be, just go on and on about it, but it's all about your emotions. If you invested in the stock market, it's all about your emotions. You sold them on the wrong day. You didn't feel like you were going anywhere. So you sold your this or that or the other thing. You sold Tesla. You bought it at $5 and it got to $20 and you said, it's going down to $15. I'm gonna sell it. And then one day it went up to 12,000 or so, whatever, and you could have been a millionaire. I remember a guy years ago, it was a company called Bilo, I think it was, yeah. And the IPO came out and they got this stock for $1 a share, something like that. And one day, about 2 years later, he decided to buy a lawnmower, a tractor to cut his grass. And he sold his Bilo stock and bought the tractor. And about 3 years later, the tractor was on the side of the house, the engine had blown up and the tires were flat. And his tractor was a $2 million tractor. It was a $2 million lawnmower sitting on the side of the house that wasn't running, because his emotions got away with him. He wanted a what? What's emotions? I want a tractor. How can I get a tractor? Sell my Bilo stock and get the tractor. And so in many cases, we'll get into a business and sell the stock, sell the business. When I say sell the stock, sell the business, get into an ACN, and you were in the business when they only had 0.5% of the market, or maybe 1% of the market. And then one day they have 5% of the market and you got out because your sister told you it wouldn't work, or you got out because something really, you can't even remember why you got out, but that day, that's how you were feeling. That's why I say it's an emotional business. And so you were feeling like nobody would be your customer, nobody would be a rep or IBO. And so because nobody was doing all the things you thought they would do, you decided to get out. So what we want you to do is look in at the business for the long term. Now we're going to do a lot of short-term things. So we need money now. We want money now. We want to help people right now. The company's going to pay us. It's a beautiful thing because you can have 100 IBOs in your organization and you don't have to pay any of them. The company pays them. So if you made $10,000, you didn't have to pay anybody. Normally in a normal business, if you made $10,000, it's not what you make, is what you keep. In a traditional business, you made $10,000 and you had to pay out $9,000 to run the business. So you made $1,000. In our business, the company pays everyone. It's really, 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 really unique idea. Now, I want to tell you about this idea. There's an idea. An idea is, would you like to make money when people pay bills that they're going to pay anyway? most network marketing companies are built around helping them get a new bill. Okay, most network marketing companies that are built around them getting a brand new bill for vitamins or something, some more makeup, something that they already have, okay, or they don't need. So they got a new bill. Our business is built around the idea that people are going to pay these bills. They cannot pay them out. They cannot pay them out. And you can build a residual income on those bills that thousands of people that you did not sign up are paying every month. And that money could be as small as $10 a month. It could be as big as $100 a month. It could be as big as $1,000 a month. It could be as big as $10,000 a month, depending on how big an organization you build over time. Okay, that's an idea. Now, so some people can listen to an idea and they can bite into an idea and go with it, right? Other people cannot do that. They have a hard time with an idea. They may be telling you no, but they have a hard time with an idea. Like, let me give you another idea. Let's get away from fossil fuels and let's start more electric cars. Let's start hybrid cars. Let's start having running water in our house. Let's, instead of going to the well in the backyard, we want running water in our house. We want let's put electricity up all across the United States and build hydroelectric plants that make electricity. Those are ideas. And some people have a hard time with ideas. In fact, this is what they'll do. That will never work. This is what they'll tell you when you come up with an idea, or you tell them about an idea. That will never work. You know why? Because we've always put gas in cars. Do you know why it won't work? Because I've always went in the backyard and got my water out of a well. Do you know why a car won't work? Because I've always got on my horse and went to the store. Do you know why electricity won't work? I've always lit a candle, you know? And so when an idea comes up, they just naturally have a problem with it. And it's not our problem to fix it, because your problem and my problem and everybody else's problem is we're trying to convince them that this is a good idea. And that's not what we're supposed to do. Sorting is what we do. We sort, and we don't have an emotional problem when someone says, I don't think that's going to work. I'm not interested. We're not attached to it, so that our emotions bothers us so bad that we got out of the business when ACN was 1% of the market. We got out. And generally, the person that's going to hurt you most are going to be people with your last name. Okay, so what you want to do is get to the next promotion level. And we in the old business I had, that business that Al and I had, we had a chart that was called and ours is not built that way. And I don't know. It was called the road to success. Okay, so in our business, the road to success is become a CQ. That's the first thing. You come in as an IBO. When your people come in IBO, the road to success is become customer qualified. And that requires getting 3 customers that equal 7 points, or 2 customers that equal 12 points. Okay. If you do either way, you have made a step toward your toward SVP. You cannot go to SVP without going through CQ. If your plan is to get to SVP and you think you can jump past CQ, just let me know how that works. Just tell me how that works. Okay. So that's why I said, if you're serious about the business, I don't care what it costs to become a CQ, get her done. Just whatever it takes. And it's so simple anymore. It shouldn't take 30 days. They give us 30 days, but it should take 2 days. My wife got on the phone, started calling she was CQ in about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. It took that long. So what we did at the time, it cost $4.99 to get started. And so we scraped up $4.99 when she got in, then I got $4.99. I got in a day or 2 later or whatever. And so we paid that. We thought it was a good investment, and it was a good investment. Now it's $1.99, and it's a better investment. Now it's $1.99, it's a better investment. So why won't you call me? I'm your brother. Why won't you call me? I am your cousin. Why didn't you call me? I want to give you a bad scenario. Let's assume something happened with your health, and your health went to hell in a handbasket. I hate to use that word. I know some. Anyway, it's just supposedly went to hell in a handbasket. They told you your liver. They said this is not good. You need to get your affairs in order. your liver's gone out, your heart or your lungs or your kidney or something not going right, and I'm sorry, but it's not looking good. That's a bad day, isn't it? Wouldn't everybody say that's a bad day? That's a bad day. Let me show you a worse day. Your cousin goes across the street, goes across the stage as the SVP. Let me show you a worse day. A worse day is when your brother goes across the stage as an RVP. Now, granted, you know it's gonna be bad that you're not here no more, but you're gonna be sick in that audience. You're gonna be sick. Your brother's Al Thomas is going across the stage. He has 4,000 people in his downline, and he's going across as a whatever. Okay, so our job is to sort, and you got to sort your family too. And if you got the horsepower, now most people say this. This is the trick. I'm going to get to RVP, and then I'm going to call my family, and they're going to get in then. But if they didn't get in early or late, I'm sure when you call them later, they won't believe it. So I'm telling you now, let's get those calls out of the way. So we want to work with the warm market. If you sign me up, if Sam Foster signed me up, Sam's going to tell me to get to my warm market. He wants me to go to my warm market because that's my warm market. And I'll sign up 10, 15, 20 people just because I called, and 30 or 40 of them said no. But out of that 50 or 60, 80, 100 people I called, 20 or 30 of them will become IBOs. And then I want them to do the same thing. I want them to call a warm market. So when we say work hard in this business, I'm going to talk about working hard for a minute. Let me tell you what working hard is. And I think Al did it on a call. He did a presentation for ACN. He was sitting on a stool and he said, what you're doing is hard work. I guarantee what you're doing now is hard work. So welding, if anybody's a welder, that's hard work. You got sparks. I used to be a welder. Sparks hitting you in the face, going down your shoe, hot. It got a helmet on all day. That's hard work. Running some machine inside of a factory is hard work. I was in personnel for a long, long time. People coming in complaining about everything under the sun. That's hard work, listening to what they do. Flying an airplane, driving a bus, standing up on your feet all day doing something. That's hard work. 8 hours, 10 hours of hard work, and then got to come in Saturday. That's hard work. What we have is not hard work, but we want you to work hard. And so what people get confused with when they come to business, they want to know, what does it mean to work hard? Because everybody tells you to work hard. What does that mean in ACN language? In ACN language, what does that mean? Sam Foster's a hard worker. What does that mean? What does it mean that Jabri Clemens is a hard worker? Do we physically do something really hard? No, we don't physically do anything really hard. I mean, we got to be careful because easy is a bad word too. But this is a little tricky here. So hard work means we're peaking a lot. That's what we're doing. We're peaking. We're testing people's temperature. We're seeing if they're interested. And we've talked to the people we know. We're still talking to those. I don't think anybody's ever finished that. But we're also meeting new people. We're also meeting new people. We're also listening to someone that has somebody that has a great smile, somebody that's really good at customer care, and saying something like, you'll be good in my business. You'll be good at what people that do what you do in my business get paid well. I mean, your job is to peak people, okay? And in the old days, peaking people was a little different. And I say old days, I'm old, okay? So in the old days, peaking people is different. People would give you their phone number. People used to give you their phone number. Let me tell you another thing people used to do a long time ago. They used to answer the phone. Now if they see a number they don't know, they don't answer the phone. So we gotta learn these skills, okay? But it's still not hard work. So what you want to become over time is a really good peaker, a really good recruiter. You want to be really good at this, and you're going to work really hard. Now, it's not hard work. Remember, you're not picking up anything. We're not asking you to go outside and stand up in the hot sun. We're not telling you to go outside when it's cold. You're sitting home in a lot of cases, you're sitting at home. And the other cases, you're out in the street with what? Your ears up. So the road to RC, the road to RD, and the road to RVP, and the road to SVP means you're using what more than anything else? Your ears. You're listening. And there are certain people like Diana Garrison that you saw at the store, and she was behind you or in front of you. You struck up a conversation with her. You just struck up a conversation with her. She was a nice person. She said, hey, yeah, you said, y'all talking about something. She started laughing about this or that. And you said, people, you probably be good at what I do. And you picked her. She said, what is that? Okay. You said, I don't know, but I got a feeling, a good feeling here. There's a guy that's going to be on a call tonight. His name is Bill Smith, and he's doing a presentation for our company. I'd like you to join in. She may give you the number, or you may give her the link. Okay. She may not know me. She may not want to give me her phone number, but I may give her a link for a meeting tonight. Okay. Or give her my number. Call me at 7 o'clock, right before that, whatever. And if she's interested, she'll call you. You may not ever hear from her again. You thought she'd be really good. She didn't show up tonight. So you think you failed. You did not fail. That's your job. Your job is to peak. And the people that win in this business peak more than other people. And they teach people to peak more than other people. Because if you're trying to sign them up, that's convincing. And convincing is hard work. It is hard. And it doesn't work anyway. Because if you got a mindset set a certain place, I'll give you a stat that I found the other day. Every day, 11,000, this is just last week, 11,000 people turn 18 years old. Every week, every month, every year, every day. 18 years old, 11,000 people turn that. And that's in the United States. That's just in the United States. Now, how many countries are we in? We're in 26, 27 countries. Just in one country, 11,000. And you're worried about your brother, he told you no? You're worried about your cousin? Are you worried about your cousin and 11,000 people turn 18 every day and you worry about one somebody got you off track? We can't let that happen. Move on. Now, the reason everybody's so upset about and trying to figure out all the political stuff, and I'm not going to get into all that today because it's not my job, but 22% of the U.S. population today, that's almost a quarter of the U.S. population today, is under 12 years old. And people are trying to figure out what to do with those folks when they come through. Are they going to swing this way or that way? That's what they're trying to figure out. But just imagine you having a large organization that's just thriving, and all those 11,000 start to come into your organization. 10 of those 11,000 come in your organization every day. 5 of those 11,000 come in your organization every day. That's how you need to see it. Now, remember, I just gave you an idea. I need you to grasp that idea. What's the possibilities of 5 coming into your organization every day out of 11,000? Yeah, we can do that. Can't we? So our job is to do some very, very simple things. Now, I'm going to tell you why, as easy as our work is. They say it's hard work, but as easy as our work is, why you won't do it. I'm going to tell you why. Everybody ready? Because we told you how simple it was. And really, peaking is talking to people. I mean, who doesn't talk to people? I mean, we do that every day. So why don't we do it? Ready? Because it's easier not to. It's easy to do it, but it's easier not to, which is hard. Okay, so I say, Mr. Foster, how you doing, sir? I say, I was naming his name tag. Great. I pay him his money. And I say, hey, you be good at what I do, or something of that sort. Something that comes out of my mouth really good that way. Now, that was easy, right? He says, I'm not interested in anything. I love my job here. Okay, good. Or is it easier to get my change and walk off? Is it easier to call my cousin and ask him to get on a call tonight because Al Thomas is doing this call at 8 o'clock tonight? I'd like you to listen to this guy. I thought about you when I heard him. I want you to take a look at this. Is it easier to do that? It's not hard. That's easy, right? Or is it easier not to do it? See, the thing is, it's easier not to do it. So we're going to have some internal conflicts that we're going to personally have on our road to R&D. And that's why you hear all the speakers all say the same thing. They said, I had to learn about myself. I could have done this faster. They said, I could have done this faster. I love the residual income. I love the big juicy residual check. I love the bonus checks. I love the trips. If I knew it was going to be this good, I would have done it quicker. How many leaders have we heard say that? If I knew it was going to be this, if I knew life was going to be this good, I would have done it quicker. I would have got here quicker. And the reason they didn't, they had to learn about themselves. They had to learn how to not to pay attention to someone that's not interested and move on and sort. So next week we're going to go through something called we're going to physically go through 3 pages, and that's the launch sheet. Okay, we're going to show you how to sign up an IBO. And remember, to get an IBO in your business, that's a team sport. Don't put that pressure on yourself. Okay, getting a customer, that's your deal. Okay, getting a customer, becoming your own first customer. I don't know what to say to you about your own first customer. I can't explain why you aren't your own first customer. That bothers me. That you won't break your contract. You're trying to create an income of $20,000, $10,000, $50,000 a month, or $500 a month, or $10,000 a month, wherever your income you're trying to get, and you won't break a contract with a phone company. I don't get that. Do what you got to do. Do what you get. An alarm. Get 2 services, 3 services. Just do it. I mean, do it. Don't go on cheap. I've seen people go on cheap. Well, my plan is cheaper. I mean, nobody buys cheap. I play basketball. I have a size 15 basketball shoe and a 14 regular shoe. So let's say I'm buying a regular shoe today, size 14, and they have a size 13, but it's cheaper. Would I buy it? Would I buy a 13 because it's cheaper? Would I buy some meat that was going to be outdated tomorrow, but it's cheaper? Would I buy who would do this? Who would do something? I'll buy a car. I live in the desert. I live in Las Vegas. The car doesn't have any air conditioning, but it's cheaper. So people talk cheap, but they don't do cheap. They talk cheap, but they don't do cheap. So get qualified. Get qualified. Whatever it costs to get qualified, it doesn't cost. Get qualified, okay? And that's the first step on your promotion level. But as a new IBO coming to your group, we got to figure out all this stuff that a new IBO is trying to learn, and all of it's on the launch sheet. ACN has a launch sheet. And I'll tell you another thing I learned from leaders. Leaders said they finally went back to the way ACN said to do it, and things started to take off. They started making money. As soon as they went back off of their crazy cockamamie plan and went back to what ACN said do, they started making money. So as soon as you sign up, there's something in the back office called a launch sheet. It says your name, your business ID. What's a business ID? A new person don't know. Write down your business ID, write down your password, write down your website name, and the upline. And I'm going to talk just a second here on the upline. Those are the people above you. There's a ETL in your group that wants you to catch them. There's a RC in your group, a regional coordinator in your group that wants you to catch them. They'll work with you to catch them. Okay. There's a RD in your group. There's somebody in your group that's just 4 or 5 people that are there to help you to grow. Okay. Find out who they are, write their names down, and use them to help you to grow. We'll talk about how to use them later on. But right now, your road to RD has a lot more to do with you. You stop running from easy. Get away from easy. And I got to tell you, what the action is to do is not hard. If we could control our emotions, how we feel about people telling us no. No means absolutely nothing. It means not now. I don't know. That's what no means in most cases. I don't know. So I'm wired to say no. I'm wired to say no. So next week on this road to RC, which is a way to get to RD, we're going to talk about these emotions and why won't we do what we're supposed to do? Because we know what to do, but we won't do it. We won't do it. And why is that? Why is that we won't do it? Because it's easier not to do it. Okay? So we gotta take it the road and let's get this thing done. Al, that's all I have for today. Next week I got a couple of movies I want to show, but I thought today I'd explain why we weren't doing what we're supposed to do. I want everybody to understand why you're not doing it. Don't feel bad. Everybody goes through the same thing. You'll learn about you. When you get you down, you'll be fine. Okay? So thank you all very much. That takes care of my part for the day. I want to turn it back over to Mr. Thomas, and that's it. Thank you. Y'all have a great day.